Are you a fan of haunted house stories? I'm a sucker for a good haunted house story, and so when there are new ones that come out, if I have some time to fit it in there, like I want to. In this book that we're going to talk about today, The Spite House by Johnny Compton, I've been seeing it everywhere. And so I ran into it at the library, and I knew that I must have it. And I'm so glad I picked it up because it's an awesome haunted house story. The writing is fantastic. It's addictive. You cannot put it down. You're like, what the heck is happening? What's going on? This is weird. The story follows his father, Eric Ross, and his two daughters, Des and Stacy. They're kind of like on the run for reasons unknown, and it's not because they committed a crime or anything. There's some weird situation that happens that you'll find out about as you get deeper into the book, but they've been kind of like living from place to place and motels as they're driving kind of across the country heading towards Texas, where Eric grew up when he was a kid. He's just been taking jobs that pay cash, so there's not really a paper trail. And he comes across this job listing to go to this house that is a spite house, which is in Dejaneir, Texas, and it's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in Texas. And the job, there's this rich woman that owns the place. The job is just go there, live there, observe, write down what's happening. So the money is really good, and it would be enough where him and his daughters could possibly, get a house and stop living from this transient kind of lifestyle of like living out of motels and worrying about what they're doing. And most people are like, I think it's really haunted, who knows, Can't be that bad, right? Right? He ends up getting this job, and he takes his daughters to go stay there, and almost immediately strange stuff starts happening. There's many presences that seem to be in this house. And another thing that Eric keeps kind of buried, and he hasn't really maybe shared it with his daughters, is his family has a little bit of a weird paranormal-esque background and some unanswered questions that he's looking for answers to for himself, and he thinks, so maybe he might find some answers while he's staying in this haunted place. And stuff becomes very quickly escalated and scary, and this house is kind of known for the fact that it wants to steal pieces of people, to take a part of you. And the last people who were there before them, some real bad stuff happened. The one lady was kind of crazy and swears that part of her is stuck in the house. And the man, I don't know, he just kind of like disappeared off the face of the map. So they're somewhere, but they kind of went crazy. And that's the whole thing with this house. Like, staying there makes you lose your dang mind or yourself. And so the story delves into that. And then it also delves into like Eric's background with his family, and then his current family with his daughters, and how the story interlaces. And it was so good. The writing was fantastic. As I said, one of those that I just could not put down. Love me a good haunted house story. If you like haunted houses, this is a really great one. Definitely check it out. It's probably why I've been seeing it everywhere. It's really dang good. So if you like haunted house stories, The Spite House by Johnny Compton might just be for you. Also, the next video coming up will be about a book about haunted houses. So stick around, check it out. And if you had fun hanging out today, hit that subscribe button and come back, see me again. We'll talk about more bookish things and weird stuff.